Ghoulies is a 1984 American film directed by Luca Bercovici and starring Peter Liapis, Lisa Pelikan, Michael Des Barres, and David Lynch regular Jack Nance. The plot follows Jonathan Graves and his girlfriend Rebecca, who just moved into his deceased father's home. And it's a house that holds a lot of secrets of the supernatural and occult variety. Where do I even start with this one? I say that because nothing about it really makes sense, and the fact that this film actually had financial backers, it makes even less sense to me. But it was the 80s, so there's that, of course. Ghoulies was the first big hit for Empire Entertainment, which was a production company ran by the infamous Charles Band, who would start Full Moon Entertainment after bankrupting Empire. This film was quite successful, earning around $35 million off of a less than $500,000 budget. This success allowed Band to fund numerous films for some years to come. The production was far from smooth, however, and halfway through filming, the crew ran out of money and had to wait until they, could find the proper funds to finish. It's also worth noting that Ghoulies was in production at the same time as Gremlins, and Warner Brothers even tried to sue Charles Band to stop using the Ghoulies name. Which is pretty stupid, but I'm sure it was just another day in the life of Mr. Band. If you're at all familiar with the history of Charles Band, this film should be kind of an anomaly for you, because it is for me. I found sources that say he was given as much as $5 million to make Ghoulies, which is pretty fucking wild. And again, the fact that it was a pretty huge success is even more insane. This movie does suck. That said, it's totally watchable. I'd even say it's kind of fun despite all of its flaws, which is kind of the whole movie. It did have a cool gimmick with the movie poster and the little green guy popping out of the toilet. I remember staring at the VHS tape back in the day at video rental stores literally every time I saw it. My biggest complaint would probably be that it has zero likable characters. The acting is passable at best. Take similar films like Critters or Gremlins, like I mentioned earlier, both having likable and very memorable characters. Ghoulies really has neither of those, and I do often kind of question myself, for liking this movie every time I watch it. And the reason I think I like it is because of how weird it is. It's more sci-fi and fantasy than it is horror, although it does have some of that horror stuff. It's got some touches for sure. And I do really like the little monsters. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. The Ghoulies, I guess you could call them. I don't really remember them ever being called Ghoulies in the movie. I could be wrong. None of them look very good or very cool for that matter, but I still consider them kind of iconic. They all look different. They all have their own personalities, and, again, none of it makes any sense. I also kind of think that the terrible characters almost plays to its advantage. It's fun to just hate them all. Then you have villains that are just completely over the top and give some absolutely insane performances. And like Critters and Gremlins, Ghoulies has a PG-13 rating, but it does have some scenes that definitely push that rating. I think this movie might be a little bit more violent than Gremlins or Critters. It's not scary by any means, not even at all, but it does have a few cool, bizarre horror moments. So yeah, I do kind of like this movie, but it's terrible. It's also accidentally fun and oddly entertaining in a train wreck kind of way. Basically, it's so bad that it's good, but man, is it bad. I'm giving Ghoulies a 5 out of 10. It probably deserves less than that, but it's provided me with enough entertainment, and I have to appreciate it for that. Cheers, guys.